I'm going to talk about upcoming pattern. So, Coburg, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So, Collingwood could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Barrie, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara on the Lake could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Belleville, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. And Peterborough, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. The rain is going to disappear soon. Midland, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So 0.25 millimeters of rain in Collingwood, Barrie, Orilla. It's going to get later. Nothing else. This Port Elgin. Port Elgin could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Georgia, same thing, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Just 2 p.m. Scarborough, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in downtown, but it's gonna disappear faster than Scarborough. So Coburg, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Belleville, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Byerton, Owenstown, 0.25 millimeters of rain. And Blue Mountain or Collingwood could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing, Barrie. Niagara on the Lake could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain, but it's going to get some breaks. Niagara Falls City could get some, northern Niagara Falls City could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Newmarket, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain or 2.5 millimeters of rain. So Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Most of southern Ontario is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rain with some dry massive spots like this and this, for example. So next hour, Scarborough, Ontario could get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. Downtown Toronto could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Richmond Hill, 6.25 millimeters of rain. Oakville, Hamilton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Peterborough, Peterborough could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So if it's precipitation pattern, that is millimeters of rain per hour. Fort Erie, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain in Niagara Falls City, and Niagara Lake, same thing, but it's gonna be breaks. So Belleville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. A.M. nothing. 2 p.m. nothing. 8 p.m. nothing. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Bloom Collingwood, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain, but later it's gonna get heavier, like 2.5 millimeters of rain. 2.5 millimeters of rain in Byerton, but it's gonna get heavier to 6.25 millimeters of rain. And Byerton could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain, nothing around most part of Southern Ontario. Coburg could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain is possible. 0.11 doesn't count. So Orla could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So you see clouds, a line of clouds going to move to west to east. Let me start. So Scarborough could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. It's gonna stop. So Orangeville on Newmarket could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain, but later on, Niagara on the Lake could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. London, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Owen Sound in Wyerton could get some 12.5 millimeters of rain. Collingwood and Midland could get some over 2.5 millimeters of rain later. But Midland is gonna get some, yeah. Cobourg could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Belleville. It's gonna come, but Cobourg has less rain than Belleville. So London, so most part of southern, if you if you're near like lake, if you're near Georgian Bay, it's gonna get some heavier than 2.5 millimeters of rain most of it. So if you're near like Lake Ontario and Lake E, it's gonna get some dry spots and 0.25 millimeters of rain. So next hour, so everywhere in Toronto is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. So in southeastern Georgian Bay is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rain, like Midland, Wyton, Collingwood. Even the Collingwood has some breaks, lighter showers, lighter rain. So Niagara on the Lake could get some 6.25 millimeters of rain, 2.5 millimeters of rain, Niagara Falls City. Cobourg could get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. Belleville could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. So Wyerton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Owen Sound could get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. So Orangeville, Ontario could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain, and even it shows 6.25 millimeters for a while. So Newmarket is 6 millimeters of rain, including Toronto, everywhere in Toronto. Belleville and not Belleville, but Cobourg. London, Ontario could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Port area could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain next hour. So most part of Niagara Falls could get some light rain, like 0.25 millimeters of rain, but Niagara Falls City could get 0. Could like 0.25 millimeters of rain could stop in Niagara Falls City, then Niagara on the Lake. But Niagara on the Lake could go away slower than Niagara Falls City, so 0.25 millimeters of rain. So Belleville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Collingwood could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain for a minute, like 30, for a while. 2-second final hour. Wyerton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. 0.25 millimeters of rain in Wyerton, Newmarket, Orangeville, Ontario, Brampton, Mississauga, Belleville, Niagara Lake, Niagara Falls City, and Cuba could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. So next hour, so ignore Niagara Lake and Niagara Falls City this past. So most part of Lake Ontario is gonna get some. It's gonna get some over 2.5 millimeters of rain. Most part of Lake Ontario, around Lake Ontario, including Belleville, Peterborough. So Belleville, Peterborough, Cobourg could get some over like 2.5 millimeters of rain, or over, but over 2.5 millimeters of rain is in Cobourg, Belleville. So it's gonna be Cobourg and Belleville is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rain passing through, except Cobourg. So ignore Cobourg. But so Niagara on the Lake and Niagara Falls City and Brampton, Mississauga could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Collingwood could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Barrie, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Georgina, same thing as Barrie, but 0.25 millimeters of rain. So lightest green is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. The second lightest green is 2.5 millimeters of rain. And the third one is 6.25 millimeters of rain, the lightest green. And fourth one is, so next hour is finished. So total precipitation every 12 hours. So Stouffville could get some 10 millimeters of rain. 6 millimeters or 7 millimeters of rain is in Scarborough. Downtown Toronto is 3 millimeters of rain. 6 millimeters of rain in Brampton. 6 millimeters of rain in Newmarket. 7 millimeters of rain is 8 millimeters of rain is in Orangeville, Ontario. Wiarton, Owen Sound could get some. So Wiarton could get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Wiarton, but no. Wiarton actually gets like 0.2 millimeters of rain. Georgina could get some 0.2 millimeters of rain. So Hamilton 2 millimeters of rain. Belleville's 2 millimeters of rain. Peterborough is 5 millimeters of rain. And Cobourg is 7 millimeters of rain. Fort Erie could get some 1.2 millimeters of rain. So next hour or hours. So Fort Erie could get some. I'm gonna skip Fort Erie. So next hour. Toronto is gonna get some. Everywhere in Toronto is gonna get some 7 to 8 millimeters of rain. So 8 millimeters of rain in Scarborough. 7 millimeters of rain is Brampton, and Mississauga 7 millimeters of rain. 13 millimeters of rain in Hamilton. Niagara Falls, everywhere in Niagara Falls is gonna get 5 to 7 millimeters of rain. London is 7 millimeters of rain. 16 millimeters of rain in Wiarton. 12 millimeters of rain in Collingwood. Orangeville, Ontario could get some close to 7 millimeters of rain. Cobourg could get some 7 millimeters of rain. Peterborough is 9 millimeters of rain. Belleville is 3 millimeters of rain. Hamilton is 13. Newmarket is 9 millimeters of rain. Total. So Eastern Toronto could get some near no rain, or you could get some 0.2, but in Western Toronto could get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Everywhere in Niagara Falls could get some 2 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls, no, Cuba could get some 9 millimeters of rain. Belleville 7 millimeters of rain. Owen Sound is 0.7 millimeters of rain. 1 millimeter of rain is possible in Collingwood. Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.7 or 0.2 millimeters rain. Newmarket is actually 0.7. Barrie, Ontario 0.7 millimeters rain. Georgina 0.7 millimeters of rain. London nothing. So next hour. So total precipitation 120 hours, close to 108 hours. So everywhere in Toronto is gonna get some 12 to 20 millimeters of rain. So 20 millimeters of rain in so forth. Scarborough is gonna get some 16 millimeters of rain. 14 millimeters of rain in Brampton. Mississauga 12 millimeters of rain. Downtown Toronto is 12 millimeters of rain. Niagara-on-the-Lake is 22 millimeters of rain. 18 millimeters of rain in Niagara Falls City. London is 8 millimeters of rain. Collingwood is 19 millimeters of rain. Watertown is 24 millimeters of rain. Owen Sound is 28 millimeters of rain. Cobourg is 42 millimeters of rain. Peterborough is 34 millimeters of rain. Belleville is 25 millimeters of rain. 60 millimeters of rain in Newmarket. And Orangeville could get some 12.5 millimeters of rain, close to. Midland is 25 millimeters of rain. 25, close to. So air temperature pattern. So let's go to coldest and warmest of the. So Scarborough is gonna, Tofu is gonna get 11 degrees, 12 degrees in Scarborough. Downtown Toronto is 13 degrees. Brampton is 12 degrees. Mississauga is 13 degrees. 14 degrees in Cobourg. Peterborough is 12 degrees. 14 degrees in Belleville. 13 to 15 degrees in around everywhere in Niagara Falls. 11 degrees in London. 13 degrees in Watertown. 12 degrees in Collingwood. 10 degrees in Newmarket. Orangeville is 9 degrees. 11 degrees. So next, Midland is. Let me skip Midland. Everywhere in Toronto is gonna get some 19 to 20 degrees. 19 to 20 degrees in Niagara Falls City. Everywhere in Niagara Falls. Hamilton is 20 degrees. 19 degrees in London. Collingwood is 16 degrees. Watertown is 17 degrees. Cobourg is 18 degrees. Peterborough is 18 degrees. Belleville is 19 degrees. Newmarket is 17 degrees. 16 degrees is in Orangeville, Ontario. Midland, Ontario could get some 17 degrees. Next hour. Everywhere in Toronto is gonna get some 10 to 14 degrees. So far is the coldest. Downtown Toronto is the warmest. Niagara Falls City is 12 degrees. The 14 degrees in Niagara Falls City. Niagara-on-the-Lake is 14 degrees. Niagara Falls City is 12 degrees. 14 degrees in Cobourg. 11 degrees in Peterborough. London is 11 degrees. 12 degrees is in Collingwood. 12 degrees in Watertown. Newmarket is 10 degrees. Orangeville is 10 degrees. 19 degrees in Warrington, 20 degrees is in Collingwood, 20 degrees in London. Most part of like western, southern Toronto is gonna get some 22 degrees. Stouffville is 21 degrees. 22 degrees is in Scarborough. Niagara on the Lake and Niagara Falls City is now 21 to 22 degrees. 21 degrees is in Quebec. 20 degrees in Peterborough. 22 degrees in Belleville. 22 degrees in Hamilton. Newmarket is 21 degrees. Orangeville is 21 degrees. Next hour. So Warrington is 15 degrees, 16 degrees in Blue Mountain, 12 degrees in London, 16 degrees in that of Toronto. Stouffville is 14 degrees, 15 degrees in Scarborough. Brampton is 15 degrees. Hamilton is 16 degrees, 16 degrees in Niagara Falls City. Niagara on the Lake is 17 degrees. Quebec is 18 degrees. 14 degrees is Peterborough. 14 degrees in Newmarket, 14 degrees in Orangeville, Ontario. Midland is 14 degrees. Belleville is 14 degrees. Next hour. Stouffville is 18 degrees, 20 degrees in southern and western Toronto. Everywhere in Niagara Falls is 22 degrees. Quebec is 20 degrees, 18 degrees in Peterborough. $20 degrees in Quebec, 18 degrees is Peterborough. The screen went black for a second. So Belleville was 21 degrees, 18 degrees in Stouffville, 20 degrees in Scarborough, 15 degrees in Collingwood. Warrington is 15 degrees, London is 18 degrees, Hamilton is 20 degrees. Newmarket is 17 degrees. Next hour. So 12 degrees in Stouffville, 13 degrees in Scarborough, 13 degrees in Toronto. Brampton is 12 degrees, 12 degrees in Peterborough, 14 degrees is in Quebec, 13 degrees is in Belleville, 15 degrees is in Niagara Falls City. Niagara on the Lake. Niagara Falls City is 14 degrees, 11 degrees is London, 13 degrees in Collingwood. Warrington is 13 degrees, Hamilton is 13 degrees, Newmarket is 11 degrees, 11 degrees is in Orangeville, Ontario, 12 degrees is, so 11 degrees is Midland, Ontario. Orla's 11 degrees. So next hour, final hour. So Western Toronto is gonna get, Western and Southern Toronto is gonna get some 16 degrees. 16 degrees in Quebec, 13 degrees is in Peterborough, 18 degrees Niagara on the Lake in Niagara Falls City. London is 19 degrees, Collingwood is 15 degrees, Warrington is 16 degrees, Newmarket is 16 degrees, 16 degrees in Orangeville, Ontario, 19 degrees in Hamilton, and Belleville is 16 degrees.